I'm Charlie Feldman. I'm Vice President of Writer-Publisher Relations at BMI. I know I don't sound like it, but I am sitting here in New York City, originally from Birmingham, Alabama, made my way up to Nashville, Tennessee, and then on to New York. It's a great city. I, in the 9th grade, met some guys and we started a band, and we started doing cover songs, and by our junior year in high school, we were traveling throughout the Southeast, making good money back then on Fridays and Saturday nights. The band then went off to college, and we sort of morphed into a different band, but it was around there that I started figuring that I would try to write songs. And I was really a fan. I mean, in Muscle Shoals, Alabama, some incredible records were being recorded in rhythm and blues and then later rock. And I was watching who the players were there and who the principal people were making these records. And then I started going up there, and then eventually I moved up there for a semester, then went back to college and graduated, and then went to Nashville to pursue writing. Started hearing and meeting other writers, felt more confident about their songs than my own, started matching up their songs to record producers, networking, meeting people. I got hired by a music publishing company called Screen Gems Columbia Music, ended up becoming the VP and general manager of the Nashville office, and then in 1988 BMI hired me to come to work in New York. I wanted to get to the big city, and that was the way to do it, and I've been at BMI ever since. It's a great company to work.
You still play music?
At which to work. I still play music. I'll always play music. I even paint. My being is to be creative. BMI is a performing rights organization representing composers, songwriters, and music publishers. When their music is performed in a public setting, permission has to be granted in order for the user to use the music. Radio, television, internet, aerobic studios, hotels, anywhere where music's used in a public forum, instead of seeking out the creator or the publisher of the music that's being used, they come to an organization like BMI to license that music.
What is a public forum?
A public forum is anything other than listening to music sitting in your home, in a living room, or in the shower. That's private. But anywhere where you're using music to enhance an environment for commerce, I guess that would be the way to describe it. We call the people we represent and work with affiliates. They affiliate with our organization. We affiliate composers, songwriters, and music publishers. So we do represent a lot of big music publishers and a lot of boutique companies and small publishers, and a lot of our songwriters have their own publishing company. We represent upwards of 300,000 songwriters, composers, and music publishers. I'd say the stock answer is when you are about to have your music performed at radio, or if you're going to, as a band, go on TV and perform, that's a really good time to do it. However, when we find out about exciting new music that's creating a buzz, even before the creator of the music or the band that's creating the music, let me preface this by saying that there are a lot of people that don't create their own music. They perform music, but they don't write. We are specifically interested in affiliating writers. If the band is self-contained and writes their own songs, then we would want to work with them. If they don't write any songs, there's not a need for us to have a relationship with them in business. But we do affiliate a lot of bands before they get on radio, because we hear about them. They're showcasing in Austin at South by Southwest or at CMJ, and there's a buzz, or they're creating their own website, and we hear that they're packing, the clubs. So we want to represent them because it helps build the strength of our repertoire, which we can then go out and demand more revenues to license the repertoire. In this country, there are 3 performing rights societies. it's unique because in the world outside the U.S., most countries and territories have one society that represents not only the performing right but the mechanical